Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this tote here with stickers all over it. Like, Sophie was here, my 5-year-old grandniece. She loves stickers. I'm like, girl, that's your tote of toys. You sticker that up. I need to put those away. We're still getting the house still from like the holidays. I feel like I might as well just leave things out because then it's Christmas again. Anyway, I wanted to talk about a comment that once in a while pops up on my videos, especially when I'm talking about money. And that is, you should get a part-time job. Why don't you get a part-time job? You'd make more money. You'd get out of the house. You'd this, you that. I know people mean well, but yeah, we're going to talk about why I'm not going to go out and get a job working for somebody else. So let's talk about it. First of all, you have to know about me that I'm pretty obsessed with money. I worry about money and fret about money, and there really is no amount of money that I would ever have that I wouldn't worry. I thought last night, like if somebody gave me $1 billion, most people would be like, yeah, I'm going to get this and that. I would be like, oh my God, what's the tax burden on that? Okay, I got to find a good financial advisor. What I would be so worried about that money, something happening to it, all the things, like it would worry me. So no matter how much money I have or would make, I'm going to worry about money. And the good news is that I make good money for me. I'm single. It's a one-person household now that my dad is gone. My dad did have income. He had a pension and Social Security. People hear pension and think, woo, no. His pension started in 1985, and I think over the years they got 2 little bumps in the raise. So it was not, I think it was, God, what was it? $1,200 a month, I think, his pension. And then Social Security is what it is. Like, I've also seen people say like, oh, she just lived off her dad's money, or her dad had money and she's fine. No, I made quite a bit more than my dad. Especially in these later years, with my books. And my dad did not, I don't get his pension. Somebody also said, do you get a Social Security? No, that's for minors. I did get my mom's Social Security when she died when I was 6. My dad, they would get a payment and he bought savings bonds and he was able to double that money into savings bonds for me. And I used that for college. I used it, in my 20s, just that there was that money. And then, I was able to buy, I had another uncle, not another uncle, an uncle passed away. He gave all of the great grandnieces and nephews $50,000 basically it was. And I used that money to buy my townhome. And then I sold the townhome, bought this house. So there have been times in my life where I got money due to people dying. My dad also got some money from my mom's mom, my grandmother. There were a couple times in her life that she had money to give out, and she gave it to my dad and then my mom's 3 brothers because she included him. So like he got money to pay off the house, bought me my first car. And then when she died, there was more money there that he then, was smart with. But we're never rich. It's not like there are millions of dollars in the bank account. Like I really don't have much savings because I have a house, but I have a home equity loan that I got to pay down. So it's like a mortgage. So I don't really feel like I own the house. I own my car outright. My dad did have a small life insurance policy. I was able to pay my car off, but I had a lot of bills at that point when my dad was very, very sick and there were more expenses and just life happens. So I do not have money just sitting in the bank. I do not get money for my dad's pension or Social Security. That's only for minor children. So yeah, this narrative somewhere that I'm just sitting on money is not true, but also that I'm broke and desperate is also not true. So I just want to give a little background and explain that about finances. But I make a good living with my book sales, primarily through Amazon. I self-publish books on Amazon, and that provides me a good full-time income. So I am fine financially. I don't need to go and get another job. Would I like to make more money? Yes, I absolutely would. And that's why I spend time writing more books, building up more passive streams of income, YouTube. I'm getting back into print on demand through Merch by Amazon. So I'm very busy working. And if I were to go out and get a job somewhere, that would take away from the work that I'm doing that nobody sees because it's just me at the computer. It's not like I'm just sitting around all day with all this extra time on my hands and desperate for money. That's not it at all. I work a lot. It's just all on the computer and not interesting to vlog. It's not like when I was doing reselling. Hey, look what I bought, and let's ship this and let's do that. There's just no real content when you just are working on the computer all day. So there's that. So I don't need the money. I'm good. Now let's talk about, though, what it was like for me when I did work outside the home. Because before I started working for myself, I did work at a nonprofit, the local Chamber of Commerce. That job taught me a lot. And I hated that job. And I hated working for someone. Maybe it was because of going through 7 different bosses and 7 years there and just the drama of a nonprofit. And it was just awful. It was awful. At the end, I was in the hospital 3 times from panic attacks from that job. My doctor's like, you got to get out of that job. Now, the thinking was, we'll just go get another job. I don't like working for other people. That's why I started my own business, working from home. I am a homebody, and I am an extreme introvert in terms of I need quiet, alone time. Having to get up in the morning, drive to a job, be there all day, come home. You go there and it's dark. You drive home in the dark. You have all the expenses for work clothes. You have the wear and tear on your car, extra food because you're hungry all day because you're depressed and you want to stuff your face. It's expensive to have a job. Like, get a part-time job. Okay, well then there's work clothes. I don't have any of those. Wear and tear on the car. There's expenses to working outside the home. Now, if I had to, of course I would. But I don't have to. I'm fine. And I would rather spend my time building up my businesses that I already have that I've worked very hard to build. I left that job. I started 2005. I initially started with a home-based gift basket business that quickly turned into selling those gift items on eBay and then Amazon, and then eventually transitioned to secondhand and was full-time eBay mainly. I cross-posted a little, but mainly on eBay until I started self-publishing on Amazon, and now that is my full-time job. I do other things to make some extra money. YouTube, I'm building up print on demand. There's a little affiliate marketing in there. But this year especially, I'm really focused on not doing reselling in terms of not sourcing, so I'm not spending money there, and I'm not having to buy shipping supplies. There's some things in the basement I might put up for lots, but I'm honestly not thinking about it. I'm just solely focused on every day on the computer, writing more books, putting together more low content books, building up my merch by Amazon, seeing where I can get in on affiliate marketing, trying to build TikTok. So I'm busy all day long. And if I were to go out and get a job, that would take away from that. And I don't know what job would pay me as much as I can make doing what I'm doing now. So there's that. So I'm just too busy for a part-time job because I also have a house and 2 dogs and myself, and I need my sleep. Like, if I was to get a 20-hour-a-week job, got to buy the clothes, wear and tear on the car. Now I'm not here, and I'm already like overwhelmed sometimes with trying to do my work and then clean and just maintain a house. Dogs need attention, obviously. So I just don't have time for that when I have literally several jobs that I'm already working here. And again, this goes back to, I think people look at things that when I talk about money that I'm desperate for money. I'm okay. I really am. The other thing, and this is a big one, and that is health. So I have a condition called cyclic neutropenia. It is a weird genetic disorder that means that I just don't have an immune system. My white cell count in a 21-day cycle, it starts at 0, no white cells in my body. And then it trickles up a bit over 21 days and gets the most it's been in like the last few years has been like 2.5 maybe. And then it goes down 21 days where it's 0 again. So I have a very weak immune system, sometimes no immune system at all. When I worked outside the home, I was sick all the time because I pick up everything. And when you're around people and the public, you're picking up everything all the time. Because people are like, it'll get you out of the house. Yeah, it'll get me out of the house and I'll be sick. It's just, I've gotten very good at staying away from people who are sick. I can go out in public. And like my doctor said, when you go out, you need to be like this. And obviously the pandemic, when we had masking, for me, that was like, yay, I can go out now. But I've just gotten really good. The last times I went to Disney World by myself, before when I went with my dad, I would come home just deathly sick because I was so focused on taking care of him that I didn't take care of myself. Like, was it the last time we went? I came home with pneumonia. It took 3 months for me to beat pneumonia. I was going to the blood center and getting these special shots that they normally give chemo patients to try to boost my white cells, because I have none, to fight off these infections. I was on antibiotic after antibiotic. I mean, it was a nightmare to get over this pneumonia. And it was just because I had this cyclic neutropenia thing. There is no cure. There is no treatment. If anybody wants to be like, you should do this, you should do that. There is no cure. There is no treatment. The only thing that if I get an infection, they can give me these injections to help boost my white cells to try to fight it off, and intravenous antibiotics. So being out in public, like I even think like, okay, start working. How many hours will it be before I get sick? Probably like day 1, I'll be sick. So, and that was, like I said, a big thing when I worked for somebody else. So I'm fine financially. I hated working for somebody else. Hated it. I don't want to be told what to do. I want to own my time. I want to be at home and it be quiet and in peace. I am busy. I don't have these extra hours to do stuff. And then health-wise, just so much better for me to work from home on my own. I know people like, there are remote jobs you could do. Again, I'm busy. I have my own work. So I apologize if I sometimes give off the impression like, oh my God, I'm broke, I'm going to lose everything. Again, that's just me, and I will always be like that. If you want to give me $1 billion, and then I will show you how that would stress me out about the money too. So hopefully that clears up that comment about getting a part-time job. I'm good. I'm so grateful. I love what I do. Is being self-employed stressful? Sure, but life is stressful. It comes with stresses. But I love it. I wouldn't give it up for anything. And if books weren't working I'd go back to reselling. I mean, that's a skill I built up and I could do that again. But right now I'm focused in on building up the passive streams of income. So yeah, there will be no part-time job outside of the home for me unless I absolutely had to, but I am good. So there is that. That's this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. I need to remember on YouTube to always ask for the thumbs up and subscribe. But that's it for this one. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.